What's going on, guys? Me, David, here, back for another shave. And today, we got a couple Amazon finds here in the building. First off, we got Benny's of London. Looks like an Edwin Jagger DE89 dupe. And then we have this one. This one's actually very interesting. Let me clear out some of these stickers. Not stickers, but they use some like these little round adhesive things to keep it closed. But check it out here. Classic Easace waste-free metal shaver. Heavy. This one feels heavy duty. What we're going to do today is we're actually going to test these babies out. Let's go and check it out. This one has a little slide out sleeve. And look at this right here. Comes with a pack of blades. These are cloud blades. I don't care to try these out. But look at that. The handle, heavy duty. These all seem to be a zinc alloy. A little cleaning brush and a stand. Hell of a deal. Now, both of these razors are under the $20 mark, I do believe. The reason why I don't know for myself, because these actually were sent in by my boy Sefferton Shaves. I'm going to test these out, see how they shave, and if they shave well enough, they're going to go into starter kits. The reason why I want to make sure they shave well, first off, you might think, well, if you're going to give away a free starter kit, what does it matter what you give them? It does matter. Because, as you guys probably already know, if you're into this as a hobby, wet shaving is a bit of a process. It is not convenient. It is not faster than cartridge shaving. So what I want to make sure that I do every time I give a starter kit is I want to make sure that it is an efficient and easy to use razor. One bad experience in wet shaving, because it is kind of inconvenient. It's not something you can get up and go. One bad experience could definitely turn people away from it. So I do want to make sure that the razor is intuitive, easy to use, not overly aggressive, and make sure everything lines up. And, you know, somebody gets a bad cut one time and they might be just like, man, fuck this. It's not worth it. So never a situation that I want to put a brand new shaver in, especially when I give starter kits. Typically, they're going to be to teenage boys. Occasionally, I do give them to adult men. I've even given starter kits to some women. You know, Rocio's friends and whatnot. But I want to make sure that they have no hiccups in their journey to learning wet shaving. If we want this hobby to expand, or just this way of shaving, we have to keep continuing to spread the knowledge of it. So I hope if you guys see this video, maybe even if you fucking think these are interesting, if you have people in your life that you want to try to push towards wet shaving and you don't already have some extra equipment, because I've given out so many starter kits, I have enough product to maybe give about two full. I think I have 2 to 4 razors. I have to go look for them. I know I have at least 2 razors that I'm confident in giving out, possibly more, but my goal is to try to gather up enough gear to give out 10 this year. I have a real tight-knit bunch of kids on my football team this year, and they take a little bit of an interest. They watch these videos, and it's kind of cool. It really is, because not only do I like to help them out on the football field, but I do get really invested with my kids in their lives. I don't overstep. I'm not over there sleeping over at their houses. That would be creepy. But I do like to try to guide them in other things that are just not football related. And a great way of shaving is definitely a nice, a nice step in that direction. So this I love the presentation. If it's not, see, look at this. It's like a $15 razor, I think. And look at the presentation on this thing. Can somebody contact Carbon and let them know that something like this for 15 bucks exists and not the toilet paper roll? Please, please, please. And then we got this Benny's of London right over here. I believe it's like a D89 clone. And I know we don't want to always support clones and stuff, but man, it's either stick to those guns and say screw all fucking all clones, or do we want to grow this hobby? Do we want to get more people involved? And I vote for getting more people involved. And then if we lose some of these companies because they get all fucking butthurt, like Blackland. I remember Blackland was like, oh, if they copy enough of my stuff, I just won't do it. Then, good riddance. I like the products that Blackland makes, but if shit doesn't work out for them, I'm not particularly invested in them either, so I don't give a shit. So here we go. Got this nice little Benny's of London. I don't like the engraving. in the top cap. I'm not a huge fan of that, but the handle looks nice. It has a little polishing cloth, which is unnecessary, but why not? And then of course you got the head. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab some of my favorite blades, because even though the Easace, I don't know how the fuck you say that, does come with some blades, I'm not gonna be messing around with those blades. I'm gonna make sure these starter kits have blades that I trust, and go from there. All right, so give me a moment. I'm gonna load both of these up and I'll be back shortly. Alrighty, so we are back. I do have the exact same blade in both of these razors, the Easace and the Bennies of London. Ridiculous names, both of them, but hey, that's who we are. I do have the PAA Stranger blades in there. I do really enjoy those blades. I only get about 2 uses out of them, but either way, those 2 shaves are fantastic. The third one, I feel that there's a good drop off of the blade, in my opinion. So, got those in. 2 of them are fresh. As you can see, I have the packaging right here. I don't know who would want proof of that, but you know, whatever. We have some strange dudes in the community here. So, here we are. The soap I'm going to be using is also going to be another PAA product. This is the Sangre de Drago. This is actually a kill soap, if you haven't been watching. Kill soap, what a kill soap is, it is a soap that you are trying to finish. I'm not trying to finish this because I don't like it. I actually love this soap, and I actually want to get a brand new set in CK6. And the Ring of Death got so significant that I had to scrape it from the sides and push it all towards the middle. This is almost done. I think I maybe have 3 shaves out of it, and this will be the very first soap I ever finish. So, pretty cool. It's exciting, man. It's exciting to have to get to that point to where I had to push it back towards the middle, because yeah, it was a big ass see-through hole. So I'll probably get 1 more off cam. Oh no, look at this. Holy smokes. Let's see if you guys can see this. All the soap that I pushed in the middle, there's already a hole in there. So damn, the next couple times I use this, if it gets to 2, I might use them on camera, because I have, I think, 2 shaves left on that, maybe. So that's all pretty exciting. I want you guys to be a witness of my first finished shave product. Now, if you're new to the channel, you may think, oh man, he must be a new shaver if he's never finished a product. Well, not the case. I've been shaving like this for 10 years now. Roughly 10 years. I gotta have to look back and see how long it's been. But been, I think, about 10 years. And I have never finished a soap. I have finished aftershaves. None of the artisan aftershaves. Well, actually, I finished Sangre de Drago. I think that was my first artisan aftershave. I finished like a Clubman Panade and stuff like that. Never have I finished any other product. So this set of Sangre de Drago is going to be my first set finished ever. So pretty damn exciting, if you ask me. Well, at least for me. And you know what, Seth, I'm gonna apologize because I forgot to use that board brush with it this time. Dude, if I use that board brush, I may have finished up that last bit of it right now. You know what the next shave will be for the board brush? I have been using my Antica Barbaria Cola brush almost exclusively to finish this kill soap. Because I wanted to get better acquainted with the board brushes too, and I'm telling you, I have been enjoying them more. That one in particular is fantastic. Look at that. Look at that. That nice sour cream looking lather. Beautiful. I was definitely missing a nice lather after my last shave with that sample. That was a fucking hideous job by me. But, you know, we're all going to learn. And it'll be better next time. So, first off, on the right side of my face, I'm going to stay strictly with the Bennies of London. See how this goes. Yeah, it looks pretty much like the Edwin Jagger razor. Longer handle than I prefer, but it's fine. It's not going to be that bothersome. Oh, shit. Look at that, right? Now, when they dupe these heads, there has a tendency to be a little bit difference in geometry. Could be however they're finishing the razors, because of course they're probably like injection molding these or stamping them out, and they got to take off the burrs and all that stuff. So it's going to be, often there's a little difference in the geometry, This one actually feels a touch more aggressive than the D89. Not bad, not bad at all in terms of the aggression. It just, the D89 is a very mild razor, very similar to like the Merkur head. This one I was able to find the blade, I think, a little bit easier, which I think is helpful. A lot of people talk about, oh damn, I started talking and I just did the whole, well fuck it, I'm gonna do the whole first pass in it. I was gonna do the right with the bennies and then the left with the Easace, and then I started talking, I just lost track. A lot of people say you need a super mild razor for beginners. I disagree. That little bit of blade feel lets you know where the razor's at, and honestly I feel like you have more control. Now, if you develop preferences for a more mild razor later on, that's fine. That's not a problem. Everybody's gonna have their preferences, but I honestly I feel something with a little bit blade feel is beneficial for a beginner because they know where the razor's at. You can easily feel that it's cutting. You know you're doing something. The first DE razor I ever used was a Merkur like 23C or 22 3-piece razor, and it was so mild. I really had a sour taste in my mouth after that initial use. I really struggled to find the cutting angle. It wasn't enjoyable for me. It was, again, a real turnoff. So I spent years not using safety razors. I just stuck to my straights, and again, straights are fantastic. My straights are fantastic. I have no issue with that, but it did prevent me from safety razor shaving for many years, which is not a good scenario. You don't want that. Now, if that was my first experience, if my first experience in wet shaving wasn't with a straight razor, that could have turned me off. I could have been done, and I don't want that for people. Now we're gonna go with the second pass with the Easace or Easace. I don't fucking know. Again, we do have that laser engraving on the top cap. Not thrilled with that, but let's go ahead. So this one has more heft to it. You feel the razor a little bit more. You feel it in your hand. Similar to stainless steel, but I'm pretty sure this isn't no stainless steel. The head on this one actually feels more mild than that DE89 razor. I feel a little bit, I also feel like it's a little bit more chattery. Which is kind of unfortunate. I was really hoping to fall in love with this razor for what it is, because the presentation's cool. It has a cool stand. Well, not a cool stand, but it has a stand, and it's a perfectly damn good stand. But this milder face feel, again, I think it is a negative for new shavers, but it's not bad at all. That's pretty good. I'm being overly critical. I just need it to be a solid shave, and I think after the first pass with both of these, I think we have a bit of a winner here. Look at that. I'm already down to my third and final pass. Holy shit. So I'm really hoping that I've already had at least, I think, 3 boys say, "Hey coach, hook me up." So I'm hoping that sparks a little something. And again, there's more than 3 of them that watch, and I'm pretty confident I'm going to be able to get rid of all this stuff. Look at that. Beautiful lather. Third pass, plenty of soap. Again, don't be a greedy bitch with your lather or with your soap. Make sure it's nice, thick, and make it worth it. If you're going to take the time, if you're going to invest in time to wet shaving, make it the best you can. And if artisan soaps are not within your budget, there are plenty of wet shaving options that are mass produced, that are affordable. So you don't have to be a cheap bastard. There we go. Now I'm gonna go ahead and see if I don't remember, because I start talking and then all hell breaks loose. Now I'm gonna go with the third pass, my favorite pass, across the grain. See if I can remember to use one on one side, one on the other. Okay. So it does have this polished, probably like acrylic or plastic handle. I'm gonna go ahead and wet it and see if it makes it a little bit more difficult to hold. Not slipping out of the hand at all. I'm pretty good. Yeah, if you're just looking to have a cheap travel razor, if you're looking to add to the collection something that shaves solid, I think these are going to be excellent additions to your repertoire. And I'm going to go ahead and leave links in the description below if you want to pick up one of these razors, or if you're willing to purchase one and donate it for the cause. I would be very grateful. Yeah, but again, these are going to go to hopefully some future long time wet shavers, man. That's the goal. That's the hope. Here we go. So the Bennies of London, solid, very, very solid. All right, now we're gonna go with the Easace. Again, I don't know how to say that shit. Go across the grain. If you're somebody that prefers light razor, go with the Bennies. If you're somebody that wants something that is heavier, give you more of that stainless steel feel, go with this shit right here, Easace or whatever the hell. Very, very good. Very good. Alright guys, that's the end of my third and final pass. I'm going to go ahead and rinse off, and we're going to go ahead and get into the final thoughts on these two Amazon finds right here. So give me just a moment. Alright, we are back, and man, I am dying in here. It's so goddamn hot. Luckily, the temperature did drop today. It was 108 yesterday. It was like in the mid-90s today. Now, mid-90s is still not fucking fun, but it is goddamn better than 108. So I can only complain so much, but man, it's a spicy meatball in here. Alright, so, alright, final thoughts on the Bennies of London and the Easace, whatever. The name bothers me. Just the name itself makes me want to fucking throw this at the wall. But Benny of London's a nice medium razor. It is not mild. You do get some blade field in this stuff, and I like it. I genuinely do like the shave from this. This actually is close to my preference. I prefer a little bit more blade field than this, but it is an attractive razor. It does not feel like it's some expensive joint though. If that high price tag, a lot of handwork done to it is your thing, this is not going to please you. But it's solid, it's inexpensive, it's something that you won't kill yourself if you break or lose. This is a good fucking shaver. Damn good shaver. And this one over here, the Easace, it's heavyweight. It's going to mimic a little bit more that stainless steel feel, but it is still the zinc alloy, pot metal, whatever you want to call it. This one is a more mild shaver. You don't get as much blade feel, but it did the job. I am absolutely BBS from these two razors. Not a damn problem at all. Again, if you like heavy, if you want, but again, lower price tag, comes with a cool stand. It's a nice little display piece for your restroom. If you're one of those beginner shavers that don't got something pretty on your counter, man. Sometimes you just want some good, cool, manly shit that's sitting on your countertop, and that's not a problem. We could like nice things too. This one definitely has a little bit more of that high-end look to it. This looks classy too. Don't get me wrong. Look at the black on the chrome. It has a real classy look, but this one is display ready. More mild. If you prefer that mild feel, this is gonna be this will be your Huckleberry. If not, you want a little bit more blade feel, but still not aggressive. Don't think it is. These are winners. Both of these razors are definitely winners. They'll be going and starter kits to the boys. So boys, if you're watching, these will be going to some of y'all, man. So hopefully you guys do enjoy them. I'm gonna be there. Any questions you have to guide you and to really make sure that this is a lot of fun for you guys, man. I've been doing this for a long time. I started this hobby, and I made it a hobby. Doesn't mean you guys have to, but I started this way of shaving 10 years ago, and I've absolutely fallen in love with it. I love the community. Everybody's been great to me. Well, there are quite a few assholes out there, but that'll be a discussion for another day. But right now, it's cool, man. But it's always been good for me. I've always enjoyed my time here. So, you know, I can only bitch so much. So again, thank you, Sefferton Shaves, for donating these to the cause. They are fucking winners. These are gonna definitely qualify for some starter kit stuff. And yeah, so thank you, brother. I appreciate you guys. The amount of support that you give to me personally, and I don't know if you want to call this professionally or not. But you know what I mean, dog. You are a very valued friend, and many of you guys are. So if you made it to this point of the video, know how much I appreciate you. Thank you guys so much for continuing to come to the channel, watch the channel, leaving comments. I really love and appreciate you guys, man. From the bottom of my heart, thank you so much, because again, I'm still having a blast, and I'm hoping to be able to keep doing this for many years to come. So, and again, none of us are gonna blow up, get famous doing this shit, but it's a good time. So, hey guys, thank you so much. So, with that being said, guys, I want you to stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll catch you on the next shave.